Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, welcome back to me. Sorry I dipped out there again. Various reasons, but the big one was that my computer just completely bit it. So, um, this looks wider. This new computer. So we'll see how this goes. Um, and I haven't tried uploading with this either, so could be an interesting evening. But wanted to get back on here, especially today. It seemed like a good day to come back, even though we're midweek, well, beginning of the week. So, not really doing an energy read, but it is a new moon today, and there's a little fun event happening. Whether we'll see it or not will be really interesting. I hope it would be really neat to see. So, we'll get into that in just one second. I just want to. The moon is in. It's in Libra, so honestly, it's a what I'm hearing cosmic reset, which makes sense because there's a lot of galactic-y kind of things going on right now. Of course, we have Atlas, AI Atlas, still stirring up everybody's imagination and uh, uh, inquiries into what it could be and what it means for us. Um, I'm not going to weigh in yet. There's many theories. The only thing I will say is that I get no sense of anything but benevolence. Um, and yeah, that kind of leads me to like tonight. Tonight's a celestial event. Um, is uh, so after 15,000 years, comet C 2025 A1 really. I'll come up with better names for these. I guess we're not going to see it. I would assume if it's only just coming in now 15,000 years in, uh, we won't see it for another 15,000, probably. That would be my guess, right? Anyway, it is coming close to Earth. I mean, it's still millions of miles away, kilometers, whatever. Um, but I thought it was significant, and it was actually the reason I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do a video. Just also, I would have normally done a new moon video, so we'll read the moon cards. But yeah, it's just comets generally through history when they've passed by, or with the exception, I think, of Halley's comet. I don't know if anyone's ever done like research on happenings around Halley's. But definitely with comets that people have seen in the past, it heralded times of big change. So we know we're in the thick of the big change on this planet, which we've been talking about and waiting for and yearning for, basically. So we're just gonna take it as it is, and on this channel, like, I'm gonna try not to like really ever weigh in too heavily on certain subjects for um, the going on of this planet, but it does affect everything we do, and we have to. I think it's important to pay attention to it. So, and it doesn't hurt to read the cards and just get them to tell us a bit about what the messaging is behind it. So we'll do one of these portal cards. We'll use that as our, basically, let's find, what is this? Ooh, that one just jumped right out, so that's it. What is this comet about? Interesting. We got the inner earth card. Base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's like, if it's gearing us up, because talk is that the other AI Atlas, I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. Maybe I am. Anyway, it's making a close approach on the 30th of October. So maybe this is just like beginning to stir the energetic swirl, right? So this comet coming in tonight helps to lay the foundation, bringing up the vibration of Earth. Yeah, basically gearing us up for the other cosmic events that are about to come. I also want to share the card on the bottom, which is Star Being Healing Codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. So, yeah, it is. We're about to go through this giant light shift, right? And thank goodness it's happening in increments. Because honestly, if all this energy just blasted in at once, I think it would be not catastrophic to say, but like I don't know if the majority of people would survive it, right? So it's been happening incrementally for years now, but we're really hitting the end game, and so things are really ramping up. So I think this comet tonight, it's kind of funny. I want to just go back to that card for a second, because as I like saw it on the bottom, I was like, you have to read that, but it came to me, this is more what, it's not so much this comet, but AI, what AI Atlas is about is galactic in nature, giving us important information. Wounds are healed. God knows this earth has a lot of wounds to heal, not earth itself, mostly humanity. And recharging us for the next stage of light that is inbound to this planet and has been for some time. So just little stuff. Okay, I'm going to read from the Nature's Rhythm Oracle for let's take a look at what this moon means. Again, it's in, oh my gosh, just totally fell out of my head, which happens a lot lately too. Sometimes it's getting harder to read cards when your memory is starting to slip already. Like, it's just like, what did I say? Did I say something? Libra, balancing scales. Right. Putting things back into reset, back into balance. We know we need this so bad. Okay, so what is this new moon in Libra about? Oh, that guy. Oh, we need this too. Peace. Let's read the card. Oh, what's the number? 5. 5 is good. 5 is, it's not change, but it's incoming change. The start of change. Okay, 5. Peace. I am peaceful, my body is at ease, and I am calm. This is one of the big things that, so let's use the energy of this moon for this, is like really tapping into this, because there's so much going on right now that is like just poking us to like be constantly in fear. And you know, honestly, I spend most of my day lately, or you know, just like when stuff happens, I've had a lot of stuff creep up and happen, and challenges, and I just find it's interesting because I'm in a space where it, like, yeah, I might have an outburst for a second of like tears or laughing, or but I let it pass fairly easily, and I'm finding myself not worrying about stuff so much anymore. So I feel like this comet and the moon tonight are really going to help us to be able to tap into that sense of peace. And that goes really well with that base chakra card, the inner earth base chakra, because it's like base chakra is all about, or root chakra is all about your safety and security and feeling grounded and safe, and like nothing's going to happen to you. And so that obviously is 100% what this moon and this comet are about. They're just reminding us that we're safe, we're secure, we're grounded and in this earth, because this is where, you know, this is the vehicle we're going to go through ascension with, is Mother Earth. And so it's like, lay the foundation for the new, right? We're building the new, but we have to be safe, like we have to feel safe, secured, and grounded as well as we go through this process. So the energy of this comet and this moon tonight is to help us find that balance, so we're not in fear and we're not like so far in love that we've got our head stuck in the sand and just la la la, everything's love and light. So it's just putting us in a reset, let's read this peace card. Allow the dust to settle. There is no need to manipulate circumstances to suit your needs and desires. Sink into the simplicity of your breath. Smooth out the edges of your breath. If you feel that your nervous system is charged and your chest is tight, exhale longer than you inhale. Okay, so definitely doing some breath work, but just whatever work you do, finding that inner true calm and inner peace, and that knowing of just like everything is fine. We're safe, we're secure. This, these things are coming in to help us make it through all of these processes. So there's nothing to fear, right? What is that? False evidence appearing real. Like, the misinformation of the world is like at high peak right now, just sending us constant BS to freak us out and have us distracted and not thinking of the true end goal, which is the ascension of this planet and our souls. So if there's anything we can do with this moon tonight, is find our sense of peace and calm and quiet and serenity. And we can find that easily by just reminding ourselves we are fine and everything is safe, secure, and okay. But, let's keep reading some cards and get a little more advice on this moon, what we can do and what it's all about. Whoop. Okay, okay. This one's kind of interesting, but it's don't let your past hold you back. I think for me, this is like, it's just, we've been talking about, I don't know how long I've had this channel. I know, like, I was doing Facebook things in 2020. So this YouTube channel's maybe only a couple years or more. So we've been talking about this process that was going to happen forever. But we've hit like milestones and markers and like things where we're like, oh, this is it, it's gonna happen, it's happening now. And I think what's happening now is that there's this collective frustration. It's like, but nothing's happening, and then we keep reverting back to that. And I think this is what this card is referring to, is just we have to keep that peace and that love in our heart and keep an open mind that, like, just because the grand event, which I still don't think it's gonna happen in like one flash, it's going to be in gradual stages. It has been in gradual stages. Basically is like, don't let that hold you back. Basically don't give up, right? Don't stop believing. Just keep doing the work, and and just things will come to fruition. I just, I can't see that there's, and the thing is that if you truly look, stuff is happening every day. It's almost overwhelming. And maybe that's part of the thing too. So it's just, I feel like this isn't like our past mistakes in our life or past lives or any of that. This is purely just this last 5-6 year period. It's like, don't let all those times start to get to you where it was like, well, and then 2012 and this is gonna happen, and 1999, the end of the computer age. Like, everything is happening as it's supposed to and in its divine timing. So don't get frustrated. Like, try not to get frustrated. I know it's really frustrating, but it's really funny though, because the next card we got is you're very close to achieving your goal. So, like, this is happening, you guys. And I know it can be slow and frustrating, and like we get like, and this is the thing, this comet could go by tonight, and then AI Atlas can go by us on the 30th, and nothing significant. There's not a significant change in life, but I also don't believe, like, and that might happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. But just take it in stride and be like, okay, but try to do the work a little bit and see the steps, because the last card we got is surrender to the divine. Like, it is happening and it is in motion. And I know it gets frustrating, and sometimes it seems like it's stalled, or maybe it's all bullshit and we're all just living in a matrix and we're getting played, and there's we're just living on a prison planet and we're never getting off of here, and it's all just they're having a good laugh at us. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But as long as I'm here and you're here, and I think this is like, I hate to say it, but like, it's a test of faith. Right? It's always been, it's always been what that was about. It's like, how much resolve and faith do you have through this time? And it's not meant to like test you and then you're going to get it wrong and bad things are going to happen. It's just like, we're just like, this is the problem is that this is such a heavy energy. It takes a lot for us to get through this, and we always knew that it wasn't going to be easy. It was going to be a test. It was going to be hard. It was going to have lots of trials and tribulations. And it's just like, it's so important that we have resolve. But the biggest part that like is those other cards is the peace. We've got to find that peace where it's just like, it's fine. And I know everything's working out in divine timing as it should. Take a breath. Yeah. That's just what we have to do. That's what the cards always say. And then we go out into 3D world, and we have issues and things that we want to protest. We want to anyway. It's a very strange time. I'm not going to deny anybody that. But it's really important that we are staying on top of our game. And and just riding this out. I know it sounds terrible. I know nobody wants to hear that. Okay, what do we got first? I actually just drew 4. Sorry, we're gonna read them all. I got distracted talking there. Okay, Sun Dancers comes up first. Joyful activities, celebration of life, abundance. It's just, again, it's what I just talked about. We have to keep our work up. We have to keep going. The map maker of destiny comes up. This is authentic purpose, free will, and inspiration. This, to me, is always the card, though, is like, we're writing the future. So again, we have to be in those spaces where we're creating and manifesting. If we're worrying about everything that's going on out there and what makes us angry, what makes us mad, what makes us sad, then we just, unfortunately, we perpetuate more of that. But we're not focused on dreaming. And I know that's really hard right now, because like, I find it in a day, it's to find joy in things is like really effing difficult. Like, it is not easy right now, because it's just like, it just seems like everything is stacked up against us. But I think the really important part is that we have to fight through it. And we also got the Ring Master of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, details. Again, discernment. What out there, like, if you really sit down and look at it, I hate to say it, but it's all distraction. It doesn't matter what part of it is. Everything out there is distraction from this incoming energy. That's not to say that if you just submerge yourself in that when the time comes, when the energy fully comes in, you won't be like, oh crap, there it is. Okay, well, do I need to worry about any of that stuff? Nope, never did. Spent 6 months doing it, but oh well. I'm going to go this way now, into this benevolent energy of creation. Um, and again, clear vision and details is in there. Again, it's like we gotta keep manifesting. Okay, the fourth card was the Keeper of Scales, fairness and balance. Again, we're in a Libra moon. The previous begetting cards told us it's really important right now that we're finding that balance, that we're not too far down the rabbit hole or in the stars and the clouds. We need to find that balance that keeps us steady here on Earth. So whatever you can do to make that happen. The biggest thing was that, like, breathe and do and try to find that inner peace as much and as often as you can. All right, just kind of chugging through this. I'm also just kind of like winging it here because I haven't done a reading in a long time. I vowed if this like sucked, I was just going to delete it and then you would never see it, but I'm just going to keep going. Okay. See, again, can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. Okay. Well, I better show you the can't make this stuff up card first. Yeah, sorry. Just got other cards that kind of stick out. I don't want to read too many, but we'll read the ones that kind of stuck out. Okay. Can't make this up. Except it's a full moon in Libra, but tonight we have the new moon in Libra. Find a balance. At all costs, find a balance. We can still observe the outside world. We can still participate in it. You know, the funniest thing is, like, I'm like 3 months behind on my work paperwork, and I keep procrastinating. It is the hardest thing for me to get done right now because every time I'm doing it, all I can think in my head is, what? This is such a waste of time because none of this is going to matter pretty soon. None of it's going to matter. But then I guess it also won't matter that I, like, focus on, oh, I wasted all that time. Anyway, this card's for me too. Find a balance, however you get that. And again, this is an energetic balance, so we're not too far into the goings on of 3D, but we're also not so far down in La La Land that we're just like in dreamland and just like I just want to be here because it's nicer and it's where I want. So we've got to be in that middle ground of our manifestation work. Okay, we also got let your fears dissolve. Again, I totally am one of these people right now. I'm not worrying a lot. And most of the time I'm just kind of apathetic about a lot of things. But when it comes to this whole, like, is anything happening? Is ascension happening? Is this really real? That does come in for me in that fear category, because it's like, you know, I let my mind run amok that this is just all maybe a game and maybe a simulation and not real, but what does that mean in the end, right? And then I just am here being human going, so what is the point and what are we doing? Anyway, that's a big one. Let your fears dissolve around that stuff. That's what I'm really talking about with this. I'm not talking about, well, I mean, you might have lots of fears about the outside world. I for one never worry about any of that stuff because it's all just being slowly dismantled, revealed for what it really is. And most of us suspected the whole time. I'm kind of enjoying this process of all the things coming to light. I think it's great. Anyway, and that's why it doesn't bother me, because I know in the end, all this stuff has to have the light shone on it and be exposed and be. So yeah, it's really ramping up out there, but it's because it's purposeful and things need to get done. And yeah, just is. So, you know, keep your wits about you with that, but again, really work on finding a balance and do your best to just really put these fears aside. They're, you know, Because again, the last card we got, can't make it up, is trust that all will be well. And we can, this is the thing too, is it's hard to trust when we're kind of like, we don't actually know the game plan. Nobody does. And so we're playing a game, well, I'm not talking about like a board game or like we're in a sports game. And it's like we're winning, but we don't really know like what the playbook is or anything, and we're just kind of going along and observing and doing, you know, going into action when it's called for, like. So it's a little disconcerting, and it's not something we're used to, right? And again, a lot of the stuff happening right now and out there, if you're probably past your major awakening stage. And so a lot of that stuff is for other people. So just leave it. It is all being cleansed, cleared, and revealed right now. Yeah, it may seem sometimes you're like, oh, and they did this, and now they're going to do this, and oh, they're winning. They're not. It's just being exposed, you guys. It's nothing to worry about, like, whatsoever. Oh, interesting. Okay, so first up is communication for this moon. Talk to the moon. Interesting. I feel like, yeah, this is a good time. I talked about this before, but it was like, I would watch this program with this lady, and she, often we're just like, I think we're scattered in our mantra, prayer, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just really important to talk to the moon and talk to the angels and talk to the universe and just say, you know what, I'm having a little bit of fear today, and this is why, and can you show me the right path to joy and to happiness and light? We just need to be like more speaking the vibration out into the universe, right? Again, that's really centering on our manifestation work. The breath comes up again, kind of like then, like how do we get to that inner peace? Breath work. So I think, and this isn't even just like the crazy breath work where you're like, 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I think this is just like just sit, take a deep breath, clear your mind. Don't think about any of the things, not the ascension part, not the what's happening on Earth right now, and just really talk to the moon. Take a breath, take a breather, step back, and just have a good heart-to-heart, one-on-one conversation with the universe. Like, it's just, I think it's really important right now. And mostly just because we just need to, like, I feel like we're all like at this intensity too, and rightfully so. So as this energy is coming in, it's changing and transmuting things that we can't even see. So it can be really disconcerting for us. Ringing in the ears, headaches, light sensitivity, stomach stuff, like massive stomach stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know how well this body was built for this time. It was kind of like, but I think also maybe we're supposed to let go a little bit more. Isn't that? Can you see that? That's my little golden tree with its leaves. Looks like it has eyes. It is spooky season. Whatever. It's kind of funny. I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I think the overall messaging that's really coming through right now is just, we have to get back to like that place where we're like lowering I don't want to say the frequency, because we want to be open to it and let it's doing its thing, but we internally and at soul level need to calm the nervous system down, because it's like it's just been at a high intensity for a few weeks now, and it's just like we're just like, I feel like they call it like rabbit breathing, like when a rabbit is like in fight or flight, it's like it's really fast. And I think it's just like we've got to find a way to, like, even if you're not physically doing that panic breath, I sometimes feel like lately, like I can't take a deep breath. So I think it's just like, they're just like, find the inner peace at, with this moon and this comet as you can. And you know, it's like, it would be so great to just like go outside and see it right now. I think it will also bring a sense of calm. But it also brings that thing was like, as you would see it in the sky, to me, just visualizing it, it's that moment of awe where you're just like, where it almost takes your breath away, but in the good way, where you're like, I can't breathe. It's not like that. It's like, like that sense of like, everything's okay and everything is here to help us. These things are coming in and energetically to assist us and help us. So we have to just help that out by like calming our nerves and doing more yoga and doing more meditation and more prayer and speaking to the universe, but taking those deep breaths and just finding that calm in this storm. It's hard in the storm to find the calm, but that's us, right? We're the center of it, and we orchestrate that. So we have to do that for ourselves. It's about finding that balance, so we're not tipping the scales into too light, too dark, right? We want to kind of have ourselves open to both sides of everything. All right. The other thing we got is the celebration card. Again, that kind of came up a little bit earlier in these. Which one was it? Sorry, I'm making a mess of the cards. I'm going to regret that, I know, because I'll need to look at another card and I won't be able to. The Sun Dancers. These two cards for me, when it hits, and it's joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. That's the other thing to keep in our mind when everything is swirling around us and chaotic. The bottom line is our moment of celebration is on its way. Those things are coming. So it's like it's anticipation of like a special holiday or Christmas or something like that, where it's just like that excitement that you know it's coming, and you're happy about that day. And so it's not here yet, and we've got some stuff to go through before we get there, but never lose faith that the moment is coming. Again, it's not here yet, but it's close. So just, again, take a breath. Try not to freak out. Don't freak out. And just know, always keeping in the back of our mind, our moment of abundance and celebration is close. It's coming. So just hold on. Hold on for one more day. Anyway, okay. That's pretty much it, isn't it? For the moon. I think that's really good. Find our peace, find our center. Just take a breath right now and try to find the balance. The universe has everything else under control. So again, we just need to, what did it say about like not controlling things too? Yeah, that was in the peace card, wasn't it? I don't know. I read something. Let's do 3 golden futures and then we'll leave it there. Yeah. If you do nothing else for this new moon, and you know, I don't know what all of our chances of seeing a comet are, but it would be really cool if we got to. I don't even know like what time or like if it's nice enough outside that I can see it. Anyway, all of those things. But I think if you're meant to see it, you will definitely see it. Geez, these are just like, they're not even jumping out. They're just like, they're almost pushing themselves out. It's really interesting. Yeah. Whatever you do, use this moon to sit down, hold some space for yourself, take a deep breath, and just relax and rest and let your nervous system calm down. I can feel like right now I feel like really intense, and I'm like, I'm going to go after this, and I'm going to go outside and just look at the night sky and take a deep breath and see what happens. Wish me luck. Comet, it's coming my way. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So these golden future cards. So I don't want to go on for like ever here, but anyway, it might have to. So the golden stellar internet comes up. Communicate in a fifth dimensional way. Now, yesterday, there was a big outage of the regular internet. I suspect that's going to be happening a lot. So, and maybe altogether. Finito, done. I won't have a channel anymore. Unless I'm on the golden stellar internet, which I totally plan to be, so I'll see you there. Yeah. Let's, yeah. So just, these are things I think they want us to keep our eye on the prize, on the focus. So that would be, okay, in terms of us talking about things that would be like shocking and disruptive, that would be the biggest one, right? But for me, this card is saying, don't worry, we got that part covered. We have a different way of doing it, and this way is like golden. So if that's if those were one of the fears that were coming up for you, don't worry, there is a plan in place. In fact, what happened yesterday may have been the switch over to this, so we might be already operating on that. Don't panic. Let's see what the next one is. Our beautiful planet, yeah, jeez. Yeah, when this heart energy comes in full, nothing to worry about. Restore the natural world. That is also being taken care of. You got nothing to worry about, you guys. Work satisfaction. This is a big one. So many of us are like, our entire lives. Is that a blue jay? Oh, it is too. Or no, is it a kingfisher? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Our entire lives are based around who are you and what do you do for a living? How is that a way of living? Every day, I love what I do. I go to work and I love it. And I love my clients and I love every part of it. The whole, like, it gets weighed down by the whole, like, doing it to make money to pay for bills. And it's really draining and slogging, and it's just, and that's not how it's supposed to be. How it's supposed to be is us living our passions. Seek that which fulfills your soul. Right now, got it. Not the easiest thing to do. These three cards have all just been confirmation cards about things that we don't need to worry about. Don't worry about the internet and the computing system. Taken care of. Don't worry about the planet and restoring it to natural world. It's coming. It's already starting. Don't worry about what I'm going to do in the future if there's no internet and no banking and what do I do? You go paint. You go live. You go be in joy. You go do what your heart desires. This is where we're headed. This is the energy that we have to start manifesting and envisioning and creating. And the other thing, those three cards is like, you don't have to worry about it because it's already being put into place. Don't panic. The most important thing you can do right now, I know, you're probably most of you sitting at a desk, clacking away on a computer all day going, this is it. How is this going to change? It is going to change. Don't worry about it. Worry about what you want to do. What does fulfill you? And not just you, what fulfills your soul? And it's not like money so I can go to Mexico. It's not that. It's deeper than that. Like, we got to start opening our soul and reaching in there and learning about ourselves and having a conversation with ourselves, loving ourselves. This is what we can do right now. All we can do is manifest, and put it out there, for the best and highest good for ourselves. And I know it still means by December, by January, you might still be clacking away on a computer. But if you have the other structure in place, the manifested structure or the dream or the vision, it's going to be easier to bring into fruition once the light's in. So, don't stop working on that stuff. Don't stop believing. That's really what it is. Okay. Yeah. I still feel like there's one more card, but I don't know what I want to use. I'm going to use the Christ consciousness. It's on the floor. Okay, let's do 3 of these, and then we'll leave it there. I'm trying to get it to 44 minutes, too, so like nice even numbers and stuff. See, and I have no idea. This is a new computer. It should just be seamless, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. All right, raw. Okay, first up. So, we won't go into the whole, like, the Bible stories and stuff. The name of this card is the Gethsemane. I don't read the Bible. I know the story. But basically, it's like when Jesus is in the darkest hour. In the darkest hour, strength arrives. So, yeah, it's just, we're in a dark period right now. But like I said, the light is inbound, incoming, shining on everything, exposing it. So just, again, it's a keep the faith card. Like, don't worry. The dark, yeah, it's going to be a little bit dark for the next little while. But that's all about to change, and it is incoming. So again, can't make this up. What should we be doing? Manifesting the light. How do we do that? Enlightenment. Continue to grow. The most important part on that card, though, is that woman just in that exact state of peace, bliss, meditating, at ease, breathing, not worrying, not thinking, not doing, just being and connecting and envisioning the light, increasing the light. And lastly, got the Holy Spirit. I got the Holy Spirit in me. It's in me. Sorry. I just could always just see some kind of like revivalist preacher screaming that out. I got the Holy Spirit working through me. Which is like exactly what it says. Work through me. One of the easiest ways sometimes to bring yourself peace is just to give it up to Source and say, how may I serve? Show me how to be at peace. Envelop me in peace. Envelop me in peace. And again, the easiest way for us to get there is, take a breath. I still feel like I can't, like I'm like, It's kind of a frenetic energy, but when it gets like that, that's why I'm saying right after this, I need to just go sit down and do a quick meditation and basically just take a breath and look up at the sky. And yeah, I know. We have to keep doing this management of self. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about the planet and what's happening. Just worry about yourself. It's not selfish. It's important right now. It's critical right now. So, okay, enjoy this moon, enjoy this comet, take care of yourself, and I'll be back for energy reads at the beginning of next week. Yeah.